Well, good morning. It's Lisa Norton with your Paradise Group of Caldwell Banker United Realtors, and it's time for Real Estate Over Breakfast. You know what? It's November, and in just a couple of weeks, guess what we're all going to be doing? Yep, that's right. Pulling out those boxes with all those holiday decorations. Now, for you sellers that have your homes on the market right now and getting ready to decorate, let's talk about that a little bit before you get a little too carried away. This morning, I was thinking about this and realizing I've just moved into a new home and trying to figure out where I'm going to put all my new decorations in this new place. And it's kind of exciting because it's like a blank canvas for me, and I'm really excited about it. And then I got to thinking about my sellers that are in the middle of trying to sell their home. And I personally did this many years ago with my very first home. It was on the market, and I was in a quandary. Do I go ahead and pull out the tree and put everything out like I normally did, or did I need to maybe scale back a little bit? And I wasn't quite sure what to do. Well, I had two small boys, and Christmas, of course, is very, very important to children, and so I decided we couldn't go without a tree. So I did go ahead and put up my tree and decorate it, and I did put out some of the other things. But you know, I was really into doing a lot of yard art. You know, we had the reindeer, and we had the Santa Clauses, and we had the candy canes and the peppermints and all that kind of thing out there. And I decided perhaps during the selling time I probably needed to scale back, because you know what, my decorating taste may not appeal to every other buyer. And you know what, as you've heard me say over and over again, you only get one chance at a first impression. And so when they pull up, I don't want them to think, oh my God, that's pretty gaudy. I want them to think, wow, that's looking like a great house, and it's even got some holiday spirit. So when you're decorating outside, maybe let's not pull out all the inflatables. Maybe let's scale back on some of that yard art and do something that's going to accent the architect of your home and really complement the exterior of your home. Now, when you come inside, you know, try not to decorate in colors that don't complement your home decor. Now, I've seen some fabulous trees in all sorts of non-traditional holiday colors, and I love them, and they speak about those person's personalities. But when you're trying about selling, this is again going back to those basic things of home staging. You don't want to so distract the people that they're so busy looking at your tree and all your holiday decor that they're not taking in the room. They're not taking in your home. Therefore, they're not connecting to your home. So it's very important when you're putting out all those decorations, think simple is elegant, and think something that's going to complement. Another thing, your tree. You know, my other home, I had a 12-foot tree, and it took up a lot of floor space. And thankfully, I had a large space that I could put that in and still walk around. But not every home is built that way. And although we might like those big trees just for us during the holiday season, when you're showing off your home, again, we want to maximize space, right? So you don't want to have a tree that's going to take up a massive amount of floor space. So maybe this year, if your tree does take up a lot of floor space and it's kind of combined and it might get the feeling that there's not a lot of walkway in that room, why don't you think about investing in just a small, skinny tree and put it in a corner so it doesn't take up so much of your walkway space. Also, things to think about is we live in a diverse world with lots of great religions and cultures and things like that. So you need to be cognizant of that your buyer may come from a whole different culture or religion. So kind of be cognizant about that and be sensitive to that. Anyway, I hope that this has been helpful to you. I'm sure you're like me, you're looking forward to getting those boxes out. It's kind of like, you know, Christmas all over again, because you forget about things that you had. And that's another thing. Look at your decorations, because I know for me, sometimes I keep things that have been around for a long time, as my kids would say, back in the dinosaur age. So they're looking a little ratty sometimes, but for me, because maybe my kids made them or I made it when I was a kid, I see beyond that. I see the beauty of the tradition and the memories, but you may not, you know, somebody looking at it, they might think, that looks like it's seen better days. So maybe not put that one out as well. Okay, well, that's it for today. I'll see you next week over Real Estate Over Breakfast. Have a wonderful day. This is Lisa Norton with your Paradise Group of Caldwell Banker United Realtors, signing off for now. Bye-bye.